Welcome to Noob To Pro, a course where I teach you all the math concepts you need to know to become a math wizard. This episode, we are going to be learning about mean, median, mode, and range, also known as MMMR. So, we're going to start off with mean. So, what is the mean? Out of some data that we are given, mean is the overall average value of the data. So, for example, if we are given the data 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, for any example, like there are people with 5 apple, 6 apple, 7 apple, 8 apple, 9 apple, the mean or the average, it's going to be 7. So, how do we find this? So, let's get started with an example. So, we are given the data 5, 9, 12, 6, and 13. So, the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to see how much data are we given. So 5, that's one value, 9, that's the second value, 12, that's the third value, 6, that's the fourth value, and 13 is the fifth value. So there are total 5 values. So we're going to note down 5. Now we're going to find the sum of all of these numbers. So we have 5 plus 9 plus 12 plus 6 plus 13. Okay, so 5 plus 9 is 14. 16 plus 13 is 29. 12 plus 29 is 41. And 14 plus 41 is 55. Now what we do is we're going to take this 55 and divide it by a number we got for the number of values. So 55 over 5, and this is just equal to 11. So the average value of all these numbers, which is the mean, is 11. This is our answer. So in short, the way we solve this is the sum of all values over the number of values. So this is what we use to find the answers. Now we're going to be finding this. We have the values 9, 12, 6, and 29, and we have to find the average. So we have 9, which is the first value, 12, which is the second value, 6, which is the third value, and 29, which is the fourth value. So we have 4 values. We're going to note down 4. Now we're going to find the sum of 9, 12, 6, and 29. So 9 plus 12 plus 6 plus 29. So 6 plus 29 is 35. So then 12 plus 35 is just 47. And 47 plus 9 is 56. So we have 56 over 4. So what we're going to do, we're just going to divide it. 5 minus 4, 1, 1, and then 4. So we get 14 as our answer. So the average of all these numbers is 14. Again, the formula is the sum over number of values. Now let's move on to the next one, which is median. So median, it is the middle number out of our data. So given the data 7, 9, 45, 13, and 12, 12 is going to be the median of this, because it comes in the middle when you keep these values in ascending order. So it also actually doesn't matter when it's ascending, it could also be descending. It's just the middle value. So we're going to get started with this example. We have the data 5, 9, 12, 6, and 13, and we have to find the median, which is the middle value. So in this, we have two formulas. So if the number of values is odd, we have one formula. If the number of values is even, we have another formula. So in this, we have we have 5, which is the first value, 9, which is the second value, 12, which is the third value, 6, which is the fourth value, and 13, which is the fifth value. So we have 5 values, and 5 is an odd number. So we will use this formula. So the formula for this is however many values are there. So number of values, num, plus 1 over 2. This is the formula. So we have 5 values. So I will put 5 here. And 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 over 2 is 3. So we note down 3 over here. Now we would put these values in ascending order, which is smallest to largest. So the smallest number here is 5, second smallest 6, then 9, then 12, and then 13. So now we will find the third value from this. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third. So this is the third value, and this is the median. Now we will move on to the next example, which is an even number of values. We have 9, which is the first value, 17, which is the second value, 12, which is the third value, 10, which is the fourth value, 6, which is the fifth value, and 29, which is the sixth value. When you have an even number of values, there will be two medians, not just one. So the formula is the number of values. So the number of values over 2 is going to be the first one, and then we have number of values over 2 plus 1. You could also just do number of values plus 2 over 2. You could also just do this is the same thing. So these two are our formulas. So we have 6 values, so 6 over 2 is just equal to 3, and 6 plus 2 over 2 is equal to 4. So 3 and 4 are our two values. So the third and fourth digits are going to be the medians. So I'm going to note down 3 and 4. Now let's put this in ascending order. 6 is our smallest number, then comes 9, then comes 10, then comes 12, then it comes 17, and then comes 29. So the first value, the second value, third value. So this is the first median, and this is the fourth value, which is the second median. So our medians are 10 and 12. So this is our answer. Now we are done with median, and we're going to move on to mode. So what is mode? So mode is the most common number in some data. So for example, in the data 5675875, the mode is 5 because it appears the most in this data. So this is our example, the question. We have 7, 8, 2, 8, and 2. So we have to find the mode. So over here we have 7, 8, 2, 8, 2. So we have three unique numbers. We have 7, we have 8, and we have 2. So I'm going to put an underline for 7, a circle for 8, and a square for 2, so that we can easily see. 7, there's only 1. For 8, there are 2, and for 2, there are also 2. So there are 2 8s and there are 2 2s. So we have 2 modes. So our mode is equal to 8 and 2. Now let's move on to the next question. Data is 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, and we have to find the mode. So for 9, I'm going to put an underline, and for 10, I'm going to put a circle. We have 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10. 9, there are 3, and 10, there are also 3. So again, we have two modes. Our modes are equal to 9 and 10, and this is our answer. And now finally we're going to do range. So range is the difference between the greatest and lowest number in data. Don't forget, difference means subtraction. We are subtracting the greatest number and the lowest number. So for example, in the data 12, 3, 7, 8, and 14, the range is 11 because the greatest number, which is 14, minus the smallest number, which is 3, gives you 11. So the range of this data is 11. So now this is our question. We have 18, 23, 36, 42, and 81, and we have to find the range. So what we're going to do is we're going to see the smallest number, which is just 18, and the largest number, which is 81. So we're going to subtract them. So we have 81 minus 18. So we can borrow, this will become 11. 11 minus 8 is 3, and 7 minus 1 is 6. So 63 is our range. This is our answer. Now we have this question. We have the data 5, 18, 91, 32, 71, and 92. The smallest number is 5 and the greatest number is 92. We're going to be doing 92 minus 5. So borrow, we have 12. So 12 minus 5 is just 7, and there's a 0 here. 8 minus 0 is just 8. So our answer is 87. So our range for this set of data is 87. So now we are done with this, and this is your test. You have to find, there's only one question. You have to find the mean, median, mode, and range of this data. 6, 7, 1, 2, 8, 17, 2, 5, 8, 9, 1, 6. So you will, for mean, you have to add all this up and find the average. For median, you have to find the middle number. For mode, you have to find the most common number. And for range, you have to do the largest number minus the smallest number. So now, the next episode, which is episode 20, we have hit episode 20. Only 5 more episodes until test comes. So this episode we are going to be doing negative numbers, and this is part 1, and it will be coming out on this Saturday, which is the 4th of October 2025. Thanks for watching.